We've got Acid Casualty on the line with us.
What's up, brother? What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
Well, that sucks, dude.
I live a very quiet, uneventful life.
We're gonna have to do something about that, bro.
Good.
You got me on the phone, and it should be pretty entertaining, man. So, yeah.
Welcome back. Episode 9. We have Acid Casualty joining us today for an episode filled with badass Acid Casualty tunes and info you will only get here. So get on your hazmat suits and enjoy this acid trip episode, or we'll give you the Joker treatment in Tim Burton's Batman. What's up, man?
Dude, I'm doing the same thing I'm trying to do every day, man. Take over the fucking world.
There you go.
In the brain shit. Not much, man. I'm just chilling in the studio, recording some shit. I'm doing the typical average everyday, quote-unquote, rock and roll thing, you know.
Where are you joining us from today? Where's Acid Casualty from?
Well, unfortunately, I'm from a planet that's inhabited by parasites that is slowly dying called Earth.
I've heard of that place.
Yes. I'm sorry. I live in Michigan, man. Unfortunately, it's cold here. It sucks.
I live in the desert, and that sucks too.
See, man, I used to live out in California, and I actually dig it out there. I mean, I'd rather be out there right now than here, honestly. But
me too.
I got family around here, so here I am, man. Home is where the heart is, you know.
There you go. So you brought up a valid question earlier that nobody's asked before about the cursing on the show, and that's a very good question. And I want everybody to know when you're on the Subsurface, you can cuss as much as you want. Shits and fucks and shits and asses and tits and cunt nipples.
Sometimes I'll like stub my toe and I'll cuss a lot more. Let's hope they don't do that shit, man, because it sucks. The neighbor thinks I'm crazy, man, because we're walking around like I got a bad leg, so I bust my toe on some shit. Cussing and screaming like a crazy person, yeah, scaring people.
Oh yeah, I can relate, man. Sometimes I look like I have Tourette's. I'm just like shit, fucking, shit, fucking.
Hey, it sounds like the time I was answering the mail, and yeah, it turns out there was a little wasp nest in the mailbox, and needless to say, you know, I'm wailing out in the middle of the road and screaming like a crazy person living there. You know, the neighbor's standing on the yard mowing their shit. You can't see the fucking bees flying around me, so yeah.
So, when I hear your name, Acid Casualty, I think of when Jack Nicholson fell into the chemicals and became the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman. Tell me you did not have that
funny. No, I have. I've heard that a lot. And I mean, honestly, the name, everything I do has layers to it, man. It's like a fucking onion or something, you know, and you gotta peel away the layers to understand what's going on inside. And the name means a lot of things. I mean, it has a lot of personal meanings. It has, you know, relation to my taste in music and stuff like that. I mean, where I got the idea was actually watching a Pink Floyd documentary, you know, and they called the old singer, you know, an acid casualty and shit. And I was like, yeah, that sounds just like me.
Oh, Sid Barrett. Nice.
Yes, sir. People say, oh, man, my life sounds like this fucking rock star's life, and that's the guy, what the fuck I ever did. But, I mean, honestly, I can relate, and the whole origins of that is there was a time back in the day when I had taken some acid. I wound up having a little bit of a stroke or some shit like that. We don't know because I didn't go to the hospital, and it really fucked me up after that, and I really became, you know, what they call an acid casualty, you know, the person that not so much thinks I'm a glass of fucking orange juice and if it falls over I'm gonna die, but for example, certain things will trigger like visuals, you know, like I can look up and see shit like swaying in the wind. It's not, you know, and yeah.
Gotcha.
So it is what it is, man. But you know, it turns out for positive, creative means. I mean, I'm a functional acid casualty, I guess you could say.
It's a cool name too, by the way.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it, man. I mean, it's crazy. When I started out, I didn't plan on, you know, being involved in the industrial community. I really didn't. I just wanted to make music and put it out there, you know, and eventually they all accepted me as part of that shit. And I hadn't planned on the name, you know, being marketable towards industrial. So that's actually where the origins of the name Self-Destruction Theory came for this EP that's out right now. I had actually was going to be signing to a little label and, you know, wound up not doing that shit, but at the same time, I wanted to come up with something that related to more to that, you know, and just like with the name Acid Casualty, the name Self-Destruction Theory, the name of the new EP, has different meanings and layers to it, and they're all pretty grim and basically my view on humanity and the way the world is going right now, so.
Just the way I like my music. That's pretty cool that I didn't pick up on the Acid Casualty being from Floyd. And actually, I'm a huge Floyd fan. It's one of my number one influences.
Me too. I mean, God, yes, man. I mean, that's something that really inspires me is just good music, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't matter what genre it is, where it comes from, what the fuck you call it. If it's good music, it's good music, and that's what basically lights the fire under my ass to do the same thing.
Definitely. And that's how I look at the show. I just want to play little of everything that I like.
For sure, man. I definitely dig the show, man. I've been keeping up on all the episodes and shit and laughing my ass off most of the time, you know.
So, speaking of the Self-Destruction Theory EP, tell us a little more about it.
Well, basically, I had kind of planned on starting like a little side project. Like, obviously, when I start hitting the road down the line, I'm going to need a band and stuff. And I hopefully the guy from Visions in Black, Miguel, is going to be playing live keys for me and shit when we hit the road. But
nice.
I wanted to name the whole project, you know, like as a band, there's a whole separate project, a whole separate thing, Self-Destruction Theory, and Tour is that. But the way it worked out, you know, I basically am being lazy now and saying I don't want to put the work into building up the name behind some other shit. And my name right now is recognizable, unfortunately, you know, infamous, I guess you could say.
The infamous Acid Casualty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speaking of Visions in Black, I really dig his stuff as well.
Oh, yeah, me too, man. Definitely. He's a really cool dude, too, and he's talented as fuck, man. I mean, he's one of the people that I found when I first started doing this shit. He's like maybe 2 years ago. It was like actually Halloween 2012, man. And he was one of the first few artists in the industrial community that I'd come across. And he's done some really cool remixes of some big names and shit, and I was pretty fucking... Oh, yeah. I was talking to him, man. He's a good dude.
We're gonna get back to some more Acid Casualty. What is the name of this next song?
Next one coming up is a song off the new EP, Self-Destruction Theory. The name of the track is called Twisted Fantasy.
Die.
Acid Casualty, what projects are you currently working on?
Right now, I'm currently working on new music, good sir. Yes, sir. Not gonna say too much about what's going on. I'll say that there's a new release coming. It might be a full album. It might be a concept album. Honestly, when I say I'm gonna do something one way, it never turns out that way. So basically, it's gonna be hopefully a concept album. And yeah.
Yeah, being a Ford fan, I definitely dig concept albums as well.
Yeah, and that's something that, you know, one of the many things that got me thinking about it, you know. I heard something about this Tool album maybe being a concept album. The new one that's coming out, man. I don't know.
So what song or songs of yours best state what Acid Casualty is all about?
Okay, the song that would best state what Acid Casualty is all about, I think, would be one that's up on, I think it's SoundCloud right now. It's called Dark Embrace. It's just an instrumental song, you know, it's just an honest look at who I am, what I do. It's just me in the studio, you know, working through the shit that's going on in my life, and, you know, the best way that I can with art and music and creation, you know, instead of the opposite, you could way used to deal with things, you know, dark shit. Let it consume you, you know, get you down, depressed and shit, you know. I mean, yeah, I'm human like everybody. I get depressed and fucking all that kind of shit, but, you know, I try to use art and music to work through my fucking problems. It's honestly more therapy for myself than it is for anything else, really.
Same here, man. I mean, if it weren't for music, I'd be a fucking mess.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're not going to talk about what I would be if I didn't play fucking music, man.
What's the name of this next track?
Next one we got coming up is another one off the new EP. This one's called Sin Today.
Sin today, no regret. Run away, try to forget. Take advantage of all you see. No surprise, this came to be. Sin today, no regret. Run away, try to forget. Take advantage. no surprise this came to be.
Walking through the fire. Walking through the fire. Walking through the fire with my head to the sky. Shed the skin of yesterday and the hatred in my eyes. Time to rise above it all, shaking off the ash. Moving forward with my thinking and disregarding all the trash. Burning all the could have beens and leave them in the past. Reconnecting to the world in a new way from the last. Left the world to fix myself, now ready to return. Walking through the fire, but I won't be fucking burned. A ghost in the way of everything I wanted. But I always find a way, despite being haunted. Walking through the fire. Ready to return. Walking through the fire. Rise above and let it burn. Walking through the fire. Let the phoenix sun shall rise. Walking through the fire. Yesterday will be yesterday.
Walking through the fire, amidst these demons and heathens. Enduring lines blurring, so bleeding, never retreating. Soul survivor, still standing in the aftermath. Outcast, we're not defined but all past. The flesh is weary, though the spirit is strong. We waging war, carrying on in this modern day Babylon. War and ideologies, I cast this bullshit out for me. Apostasy, a full clip is my apology. Locked and loaded, lies and secrets decoded. This life is mine, see I revised and rewrote it. Feuergeist was forged in this zeitgeist. A life lived where truth comes with sacrifice.
Walking through the fire. Ready to return. Walking through the fire. Rise above and let it burn. Walking through the fire. Like a phoenix sun shall rise. Walking through the fire. Yesterday will be. Walking through the fire. My new journey has just begun. Embracing the darkness at the setting of the sun. Walking through the fire. Ready to return. Walking through the fire. Rise above and let it burn. Walking through the fire. Like a phoenix sun shall rise. Walking through the fire. Yesterday will be yesterday.
So how long have you been making music as Acid Casualty?
Oh boy, as Acid Casualty, like I said, I started doing this as Acid Casualty on October 31st, 2012, man.
Nice.
That's when I started. But before that, I mean, I've been making music all my life, you know. I started, quote unquote, producing as a kid, you know, or as a teenager, I guess you'd say, just recording and shit and experimenting, you know, trying to figure out how to fucking do shit. Trying to learn, and I started playing bass as a kid, piano, learned all by ear. I think my parents are mostly to blame for a lot, in the best way, because my dad always had a bass laying around, and when he wasn't looking, I'd be playing on that motherfucker. And you know, when I'm driving around the car with my mom and shit, you know, she'd be playing the Beatles or whatever.
Which brings me to my next question. Who inspires you? Who or what inspires you, and what are your influences?
Oh man, my influences, man, that's a conversation we could talk about for hours, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're pretty wide. I mean, it's everything from, you know, old piano shit like fucking, I don't know, Wolfgang, Beethoven, whatever. But as far as my music goes, I'd say Lords of Acid, Ministry, Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails would be the most influential in my sound, basically. But you know, again, I listen to everything. It all influences me. I mean, everything from fucking Michael Jackson to, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'd be embarrassed to listen to some of the shit that I listen to, you know, while I'm smoking before I get ready to jam, man.
Yeah, Ministry and Nine Inch Nails is way up there on my list as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I was in like I don't know, teenager or whatever in the early 90s, I'd say was when I first started really thinking about doing something serious with music. You know, I was in a lot of bands, and you know, like I said, I've been playing bass since I was 8 years old, and you know, not to toot my own horn, but I can fucking rock on a motherfucking bass, man. And I've been doing that shit forever, and that's really what I am as a bass player. And that's where a lot of my sound actually comes from. I play a lot of shit on a microboard now. And the way I play is basically the same way I play a bass, you know. And a lot of that sound is influenced by the old blues players like Cliff Burton, fucking Geezer Butler, you know, all them motherfuckers. And I mean, Lee was an influence, even though that motherfucker got up there with his shit not plugged in. Come the fuck on, dude.
So basically, you lay down the type of runs you would on a bass guitar, but on a synth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. And, you know, I mean, if I could pick out one bass player that my sound, whether it's on the synth or the bass or guitar or anything, it'd definitely be Black Sabbath and Geezer Butler, man.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm a huge Sabbath fan as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. Me too. Dig it.
I always tell people, for all the things that I do with music, I mainly do them all just so I can play guitar.
Hell yeah. No, see, that's awesome, man. That's something I noticed in a lot of your stuff is it doesn't sound like what everybody else is doing, you know, and I get into arguments with people about this, okay, so we're not going to get too into it on the fucking phone. But, I mean, like what people's definition of industrial is and shit, man, okay? The way I see it, like I said, I grew up on, like, early 90s shit, you know, Ministry, Nine Inch Nails, okay? Okay, so I dropped off the face of the fucking map for a while, bro. I didn't have no internet service. I wasn't listening to music. I didn't fucking exist, basically, man. And during that time period, shit had evolved, man. It changed. You know, what was industrial had changed to what they call that shit today. And I mean, I don't got no problem with what the fuck they call industrial today. I love that shit. You know, I'll get up in the club and DJ that shit all day long, man.
It's definitely evolved into a bunch of other great things.
Yeah, it still rubs my ear the wrong way when I hear people calling it industrial. It's like, man, I don't know what I would call it, but I wouldn't call it industrial. But you know, it is what it is, and whatever it is, I fucking love it. So. Yeah.
Just it seems like it evolved into a bunch of other, you know, styles of industrial. Whereas I probably come from the same school you did, where we grew up on a lot of these industrial metal bands and industrial rock and some of the earlier straight out industrial music.
Yeah, that's exactly where I came from, you know, and I think the same thing with my music applies to yours, where I think our influences shine through in that shit.
Oh, definitely.
And I mean, yeah, for sure, man.
I'm kind of happy where it's gone, because it seems like industrial has become so many different things now that there's such a variety. It's awesome.
Well, I'm both happy with where things. I mean, I'm happy with where a lot of the sounds go, but there's a lot of things I could say I have gripes about the industry in general, man. Because
as far as
like things like SoundCloud go, dude. I mean, like I have a SoundCloud account, you know, and it's doing great and all that shit. But I mean, it's good for certain things. It's just like anything. You got to use it as a tool. You can't let it become a crutch, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that shit is fake. A lot faker than, you know, I'm going to talk about, but it is, man. And, you know, basically, I've gotten to a point where I can just post my shit and leave it and not fuck with it nowadays. And it'll run and people will dig it, you know what I mean? You don't get views and shit, but... Yeah. Unfortunately, it ain't the same for everybody out there, you know. And I'll tell you, a lot of the motherfuckers that you'll see, you know, floating about their little SoundCloud success and shit, a lot of that shit ain't real, man.
Yeah, some of it's paid for.
Yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers with credit cards. Okay, we'll just put it that way. Okay. That's all right. There's a lot of ways to make it, and I don't hate on nobody, man. You can't hate the player. You hate yourself for not being better at the fucking game. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty fucking good at the game, so I ain't got no complaints from nobody.
There you go. So, where can people find your music? Speaking of SoundCloud.
Anywhere, really. I mean, anywhere that matters, sure. SoundCloud, YouTube. I am up on Reverb Nation. Let's see, my EP is up for download for Pay What You Wish on Bandcamp. I mean, honestly, what I'm getting ready to focus on is going to be my YouTube channel, man, because something else I have going right now is going to be an official music video, like an official badass produced. The guy doing it is a local film producer and goes by this company's called Santa Carla Media. This dude's fucking talented as fuck, man. He's done a lot of local metal bands, all kinds of stuff like that. If you get on YouTube and search Santa Carla Media, you can find his stuff, and it's fucking badass, top-notch stuff. And we're getting ready to fuck some shit up and take over the fucking scene, man. YouTube, all that shit. Look out. Acid Casualty is coming your way.
Oh yeah. See, YouTube's the shit, dude.
It's what everybody uses nowadays. I mean, I've had people tell me, it's what record labels focus on, this and that, but I mean, honestly, I don't market my music towards record labels. I market my music towards fans of fucking music, But it is what people use, it's what people hit up on their phone or whatever. They'll hit up YouTube and search your band name, and, if you know what the fuck you're doing, your shit will pop up. People will find you, and, you'll be in the right boat. And, you just have to know what you're doing, and I guess they'd say put in your dues and be real, man. I mean, that's the best thing I could say about anybody about doing shit. Just fucking be real, man, and don't try to put up a front about no shit, because, at one hand, motherfuckers might buy it, but on the other, it's not gonna last. I'll just leave it at that. We could sit here and talk all day about some negative shit, and honestly, there's a lot of negative that comes in this industry and the music business in general, and if you're trying to make it, that's one thing you gotta be able to do, is wade your way through the bullshit. But easier said than done.
There's always going to be somebody in there that's going to try to throw a monkey wrench in your shit, but you just got to sidestep it.
I mean, people see success and they hate themselves for not having it. I guess I don't know, man. I can't finish it. I really can't, man. I don't want to try. Really.
Speaking of that instrumental earlier, Dark Embrace. Can we play that next?
No, fuck that shit, bro. You can't. Sorry. No, absolutely, man. Yeah, and thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate all the shares that you guys do on Facebook, all the social media support, all that kind of shit. Having me on the show, it's definitely appreciated, man. So thank you. Thank you for taking the time to be a fan, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, and thank you for being on the show. And I was gonna play the song anyways.
Happy to do it. No, man, don't make me have my attorney contact you. I've already fucking been there twice this week, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate all the support, dude. Keep kicking ass. sociopath when it comes to the marketing, man. Admittedly.
You have to be too, dude.
Yeah. I mean, one way I look at shit, man, is like I'm like a musical Hannibal Lecter, okay? That's the honest truth, man. There's like a little bit of Hawkeye Pierce mixed in there, you know, some Marilyn Manson, some fucking, I don't know, Marlon Brando.
There you go. Tell us about your cat. He looks like the perfect supervillain companion.
Mr. Kitty.
Mr.
Kitty. He kicks ass, man. He was hanging out over at my buddy Flip's house, man. He lives right up the road from me, and I'd go over there, hang out and shit, and this cat would be chilling on the porch, being all cool and shit, like, man, what's up, dude? Had him on the way in, and he'd be like, man, look, your cat's fucking cool, man. What's the deal with him sitting out on the porch? They're like, oh, that ain't my cat, man. It's just a stray that runs around out here. It might live with these people down the street or whatever, but they just let him run around. So, like, man, that's some bullshit. You know, this winter comes around, and he's still running around starving to death, looking all grizzly and shit. You know, hit me up and fucking take him and give him a home, man. And the rest is history. Now he kicks ass. He hangs out in the studio with me, man. He'll sit right up by the speakers and shit and rock down with it. He's cool, man.
Nice. That's like my basset hound. He always likes to hang out in the studio. And my
They kick ass, man. You know, he's always there. I mean, when he first came around, he was like kind of skittish and shit. Like, he was kind of nervous about being locked up, I think, being an outside cat and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, now he was like come sit up on my chest and shit. You know, claw me and fucking be like, ow, motherfucker. You know, through the whole claws and the kneading thing, which, I mean, sometimes when I'm like laying on my belly, he'll come up and give me a back rub, which is cool, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, for real, man. But yeah, it's cool to have him rocking out in the studio here with me, man, for real.
Oh yeah, it's always cool having a sidekick like that.
Yeah. Well, I had a pit bull a while back, but yeah, she's not with us anymore. It sucks. So it is what it is, man. I could definitely say I wasn't the cat person. I'm not the cat type, really. I normally would not have a cat.
Oh, I was before I was married. I was more of a reptile kind of guy.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I've had a couple snakes, lizards, shit like that.
Nice.
Definitely dig it, man. When I lived out in California, there's all kinds of rattlesnakes and shit out there. I can tell you some fucking stories, dude.
Oh yeah, same here, man. Fucking deserts of Arizona.
Yeah.
Creatures.
Yeah.
So, will we be having Acid Casualty back on the show after that new album comes out?
Oh, you can guarantee that shit, man, for sure. Looking forward to it, man.
We'll have a album release party on the show.
Hey, now that sounds like a fucking plan, actually. Tell you what we'll do. We'll get on Facebook, we'll make an event, start a chat down in the box of that motherfucker. Do a live show during the chat, you know, answer people's questions and shit on air. I don't know, what do you think, man?
Let's do this.
Sounds like a win to me.
And I want everybody to come with all the curse words they can come with.
Hell yes.
Shits and
fuck
fucks
yes.
and fucks and shits.
Fuck, man.
Fuck.
I just spilled my fucking coffee, man. You ever, like, okay, check this out. Have you ever, like, sneezed and you got, like, a pile of weed in front of you and you blow it all over the fucking floor, dude?
No, but I can imagine it.
Imagine if it's, like, anything other than weed. God, that could be expensive.
Yeah.
So, Batman. How's the weather up there in Gotham City?
Horrible. Terrible.
Dude, I'm not in Florida. This is fucking Michigan. God damn, dude. I wanted to go down to that industrial festival that's going on down there, man, but I'm stuck up here. I'm telling you, man, somebody needs to fly me down there. Play synth in one of your bands, you know. Do what I gotta do.
If I can go on tour tomorrow, dude, I'd go in a heartbeat. I have one last question for you.
Yes, sir.
How would you like to go out?
There you go. Dosed out with some good drugs, good music going in the background, surrounded by good friends, and then I would want my ashes to be shot out of a cannon afterwards.
Nice.
Or no, okay, I take that back. I would either want my body to be shot out of a cannon, or I would want my body to be stuffed and kept in the recording studio of some other creepy motherfucker like me, okay? Because I got some creepy shit in my studio. For real, though, man. I mean, I got...
I have myself.
I can talk about that.
I do too. I have myself in my studio.
I could say the word human remains and not be bullshitting you, but yeah.
Acid Casualty, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. It's been a fucking blast. Peace out, man.